Let me be honest with you. I didn't wash my face. But anyway, I just came back from a run about 4 hours ago. Anyway, I've been working on my foot and, massaging it out, rolling it. And as I am getting closer to not having the pain, I'm starting to see that the things that used to bother me in my mind, they used to make me want to lash out and just beat the shit out of people that made me think of them, the negative things that they did. It no longer bothers me. It makes me feel bad for them, honestly. And I see why they say meditate, stretch, do yoga, Pilates, things like that. Because when your body feels good, you start seeing things differently. You're on a path, you're on a mission. You don't have nothing's gonna stop you from what you're trying to do. And people ask, why athletes go off and deal with the lighter skinned women when they get drafted. And I, as an athlete, I didn't make it that far, but I know why. I want to share that. The reason why I feel like, which I know is the reason, is trauma. I'm trying to do something with my life. I probably already had mad trauma, curses in my family, in my town, in my, mad moles, all types of stuff. So what I came out of, I'm not trying to go back or bring with me. We learned from all the superstars who used to bring their friends with them, the entourages, all that stuff. Remember those days? They used to get them in nothing but trouble. They used to say, oh, I needed my clique, blah, 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 blah. No, your clique gets you in trouble. I'm realizing that. It's really about the people that you associate with. I'm from the hood. I know that, from West Haven. I'm 5 seconds away from New Haven, and those were my friends. I grew up playing basketball with them. And I realized that most of the talented people, they had the most attention, right? You had the most attention, you got a lot of hate. You got a lot of hate. Somebody might be that one that's gonna do something to you. Now, me being handsome, playing basketball, all the sports, having a car, everything. I start to get all that hate. And I've always had it. So I kind of let it shrug off my shoulder. But once I broke my foot, I kind of was sitting there listening to it. And I didn't believe in myself anymore because I wasn't training the way I was supposed to. So that's why I go crazy about training. But had I had a stable household, a stable environment, people that were actually there to support me and showed me the proper nutrients and, give me all the things that I needed, not even all of them, just a few, then I would have made it. A lot of my friends that were more athletic than a lot of my friends that, were pretty good ended up dying, going to jail, got mad kids, and I wasn't none of that. But they tried to categorize me as that because I knew these people. So if I can go back, I would get rid of none of my friends, honestly. Well, I would get rid of all of them, but I would be more to myself. So I understand exactly, but you also need somebody that is going to be there, massage your brain, massage your body, or, help you with your therapy, things like that. So I understand exactly why, a lot of players aren't going to these black women because look at them. They're on social media twerking up and down the store. Every time a song comes on, it's like, not all, but that trauma is in damn near all of us. We're all still feeling the trauma from slavery beyond. All that is in your body. It's tense regardless of you, believing it is not. They want you to work and be miserable and all this stuff so that you don't think about the actual traumas in your life. But when you finally sit there and think about it, and you're trying to become somebody, especially being athletic, you got all these things already in your head, blah, 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 blah. And the last thing you want is somebody that's gonna come home and want to sniff your dick or do some crazy shit. I'm sorry. It's always about what you're doing, who you fucking this, and that. It's just like, and you're the one probably doing it. It's not really the guys don't really even be, we do our little thing, but it's not like we're not interested in love like that. We got the person that we want to be with, and we're with that person. Yes, we might go see some other fire hydrants. You call us dogs, right? If we're dogs, then we like fire hydrants, but we always come back to the favorite fire hydrant, right? That's what a dog does. Now cats don't need you. They don't need you to do shit but clean their little litter box. So why the hell, if I call a cat over, is it gonna come? It's gonna look at you like, the dog be right there. So who's more loyal? Is it loyal as a dog, or you are a dog? Which one is it? I don't get it. So anyway, not to go on a tangent, but I've always seen it growing up. I was around hood girls, you know, hood black girls, hood white girls. Then I was never attracted to them. I might want to get a little fuck off, but I'm glad I stayed away from that back when I was young, because I could have all this trauma in my kid. Then I would be fighting the trauma that the kid has and mine, and I'm just not realizing I have trauma. So I was smart the whole time. I knew exactly what I was doing the whole time. But I wanted to believe in my mother. You know what I mean? I wanted to believe that this woman actually was for me, but she got more trauma than anybody in New Haven. So, and she didn't want to fight for, wanted to get over it. So I realized I never wanted to be with like a woman like my mom. I never wanted to be with a woman like my mother. I never wanted to be with a woman like my aunt. I never wanted to be like none of them, because be with any of them, and they saw it in the women that I was with, and they hated it. And I didn't think, I did think like, okay, but I'm thinking, no, they want the best for me. No, they want the best for you in this town. They don't want you to the best for you in life, in the world, go off and do. No, they want the best for you right in this area, right where they see you going. If you do any more than them, that you are going to be called every name in the book. They're going to say that tell everybody that you crazy, and they're going to get people to, they're going to get more people to say it with them. And it causes you to drink, forget what your goals were in life, and that's what their goal is. Their goal was to stop you. So when you get yourself a nice little light girl, she doesn't know how to talk. She doesn't have that trauma. She's gonna be able to give you massage. She's gonna know exactly how to talk. You do everything the proper way. Don't let these hood people trick you out your gift, because I've done it. I've done it several times. I had the nice little girl that was gonna help you out, blah blah blah, and I didn't understand because my mother was nagging so much at home, like, oh, a light-skinned girl, just hating, and then my aunt was nagging her, and then it was hating. Why you in my relationship when you don't pull up on me, So had I made it, I would have got rid of it. Listen, I love black women, I love y'all. But if you're not educated and you're not over your therapy, you're not in therapy and all that other stuff, I don't want to deal with you. That's just how it goes. That's anybody, white, black, Spanish, I don't give a fuck. If I did all the work that you're watching, every whatever video post, you see the trauma I go through. You see that I still am at 37 going through things, and I'm like trying to figure them out and getting rid of it, because I'm a good human being, but I'm trying to get off all that bullshit that they put on me for all these years. So why the fuck would I go back? If I made it and I became I got all these curses and all this bullshit off my back, why the fuck would I go marry a woman that probably got trauma? And it most likely looks like the trauma that I just came from. So it's most likely gonna be a black woman or a woman of color, or you know what I mean? Like, that's why we go lighter. I'm not trying to put more, and then, listen, I got a homeboy, right? Got himself a nice, lovely black woman. He's in love. He's happy for him. Love him to death. But he calls me and he says, homegirl is bugging out in front of his coworkers. And I'm like, bruh, that's flag. That's sign number one. And that's the only sign you need to know. If you act in public like that, it's time for you to go. And my mother was doing that all my life. Get out in front of the perfect situation and just start acting up, dropping food on her chest and all types of dumb, acting retarded. It was like, wow. Now that I see it, now that at my age, I see it. She was intentionally doing all this stuff to mess me up, to give me a bad name, to make me mad. It was all just to make me mad, like to piss me off, because I knew that she was wrong. Anyway, you see how I'm going through things, and I'm learning I'm learning as I go. You know, real time. I don't want no goddamn woman with trauma. So, give me my massage. Let me rub your feet. Let me bring you flowers, roses, whatever. Let me work my way into being a good man, because I got some trauma that I'm trying to get off, and I already fucked up a couple bags, and I'm just trying to make sure that I don't do that to somebody else or put that towards my kid. Because listen, everything is a part of the universe. The energy that I still have from the fact that I'm even talking and putting energy into this is me. Like, even though I'm getting it out, I'm still putting it back in. But I feel like if I don't put it out there, it's gonna stay in. And if I don't do that, then I'm gonna be miserable. I'm not trying to be miserable for nobody. I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings or opinions, none of that stuff no more. Because when I was not caring about nobody's opinion and I was really on my king mark shit, I was winning. So I'm gonna still be on that. I'm gonna get back on that and just be really mature about it this time. Because I see, there are people that younger are gonna follow me, and I gotta accept those responsibilities. And now that I see like a person like myself, like Anthony Edwards, and I see the way he speaks, and I'm like, damn, they was trying to get me to do that back in the day when you had to be more PC. So I get what they was trying to do, and that's why I'm no longer mad at the white man, because you know what? The white man was trying to guide me in the right direction, and the black man was trying to fuck my shit up, and the black woman was trying to fuck my shit up. I should listen. They didn't know how to explain what they was trying to say, but they was trying to say something, and I didn't get it. And you know what? That is because of the trauma at home, or the trauma in my town, the trauma of being a black person or a person of color that lives in an urban city. They don't want you to learn too much, because if you learn too much, you'll learn how to get out. And if you learn how to get out of the maze, then you're not in the maze. You're not in the matrix. I got out of the matrix. I got out of the maze. So excuse me for stumbling every once in a while, going back talking about it. But you see, I'm not as aggravated or mad about it anymore. It's just like some devils. They don't even know that they devils. Like, my mother's probably retarded, right? Like, she's not all the way at the top spectrum. Because if you do so wrong and your kid keeps telling you stop doing it, you'll stop doing it because you're not on this. You know what I mean? You're smart. But no. Then the father, after a while, the manipulation gets to you and makes you just be like, you know what, man, shit, as long as that nigga ain't yelling at me, fuck, I don't give a fuck. Like, damn, shit, tell this bitch shut the fuck up. I get it. So I'm not too mad at him, but you still had the opportunity to say something or like move me, or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just that the trauma is what we want to get away from. I'm a very, very quiet person. I'm exactly like my father. My father just wants peace, bro. I can sit in this room all day and just sit on YouTube, stretch and get smoke and get my body right. I can do so much and retain so much information with silence. I don't want to hear nobody's mouth. I walk down the street. Sometimes I want to see people. Some days I don't want to see people. And a lot of times when I see people, I'll be like, damn, fuck. And then I say, hey, how you doing? And I feel amazing. Because I'm still New England in my mind. I'm still like, I can't say hi to people, or they should see me as this big old scary looking black dude, or shit, you wearing the same things that you was wearing. You know what I mean? Like, that's not, no. As long as your heart and your energy exudes and you got good energy, the people don't give a fuck. They don't care, bro. Or at least I shouldn't care. So I'm getting over all of that crap that used to bother me. All the stuff that used to bother me, I'm finally getting over it, and it's nice. But I also feel like it's because my body, it's really like a puzzle, bro. It's crazy. Because when your mind starts feeling this way, it starts like, no, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Your body and your ankles and all the things that I was having problems with start saying, shit, yeah, I can let go. Oh man, the sun started coming on. Oh man, I can let go. Because I could see the difference from being on the basketball court to running on the track. Like, if I go to the basketball court first, my feet are tight. But if I go to the track and I got the spikes on, my feet start getting loose, and I can run up the hills, and then I can go back to the basketball court and feel really good. So you gotta learn little tricks about yourself as well. But the better you feel here, and the better you feel here, they just work together. It all works together. And as soon as I started stretching my spine out, like, you know what I mean? As soon as I started doing that, I think I hit my soul. I'm telling you, that retrograde changed everything. I don't know if you believe in it, but I believe in all that stuff, man. I am a tree hugger and I just don't know it yet. Like, I don't know exactly how to be a hippie, but I'm like a modern day one of those. And but I just want to put that out there. I understand exactly why athletes go lighter. And until our women get themselves together and stop feeling like they need to dance as a twerk as a dance, and all this ratchet stuff and whatever you call it now, nobody wants to deal with that shit no more. They're really working hard to get rid of the black families, and black women are in charge of fucking that shit up. I don't give a fuck if you say it's the men or not. It's the women. You guys make yourself unattractive to almost everybody, and I don't really give a fuck how you feel. And you don't knowingly know, because I didn't knowingly know that I was a ratchet or whatever you want to call it, a hood baby, a hood booger. I didn't know. So you don't know that either. But we gotta stop. We gotta come with more classier type. Black women need to get some white friends, like for real. It's black families, not even black men, need to get some white friends, and white friends need to not try to be black. Show these black people how to start acting and being, at a table, how to act in front of somebody at a table, like how to have class and not always have to have designer shit on all the time and be all up in your face with it. Like, it's just like, I'm a happy medium. I don't need to throw shit all up in your face. Like, I wear my little this because it makes me feel good. But I'm still handsome regardless of me having it on. Like, people see you with a little chain on or whatever have you, and they just feel like, oh, you over here did that. Nigga, my shit's like, this is like $13 altogether. Like, I find little things like Jesus' hands looking down on the ground every day. I'll find like a Jesus hand. So these are the ones I collected. That's it. Like, the M is me, my first name, last name. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. It's just people are jealous. People are jealous people, and they'll find anything to just complain about because they're miserable with themselves. So if you feel like you got good energy and you got shit going for yourself, they're gonna complain about what you're doing to make them feel bad about themselves. Regardless if they know they're doing it or not, they do it. And it's always directed at me. So what I want, since the reason why I haven't been in a relationship since for 10 years, is because first of all, I know that I'm not living the life that I want. I'm not nowhere near the life that I want to be at. Or, and a lot of women can't handle the attention that will come with dealing with somebody like myself. Like, it's probably not going to be about you. It's going to be about, oh, Marcus, like, sorry. Like, I just got that type of personality. I got that it factor, and I know that. Excuse my calluses. These things is crazy. I haven't been to the gym in like forever, like 3 days. I don't care. But anyway, I just got the it factor. I love people, but I'm also real. I'm honest. I understand. And I feel like the reason why I felt so arrogant or confident or whatever the fuck it is because I knew I was from the hood, and I knew I had a hood booger ass mom. And I knew that my father was a hood booger too. And I knew that my little brother was a hood booger as well. And I knew that I was the one that actually had to go get and do, and I would have been with a light person if I made it. And that's what they didn't like. So I figured it all out. And it was just by sitting down, stretching, thinking, not getting too frustrated about things. And just being like, what thinking about the area, thinking about where on the map. And it's just a mindset. It's a fucking mindset. It's a black person's mindset, and it's an ignorant ass, disgusting mindset. And I hope we all have grown out of it, because there's always a question, something that's gotta be brought up. Well, are you invited to the cookout? This and that. But who gives a fuck? Who cares? Nobody wants to hear your opinion. You're old shit anyway. Like, if you're past 50, nobody really cares about your opinion. Like, at the family cookout, like, we like to see you get drunk and and dance to music. And once you get ready to start fighting, we out. If you got an uncle that always fights, gets drunk as hell, argues and fights with somebody, you got a fucked up family. Do your best to get up out of that, because they will destroy you if they feel like you trying to be better than them. Because my mother used to always ask me that. You think you better than us? You think you better than us? And I was just like, what? Like, I would always say no, like, no, no, no. And then at one time, I had my little, I was doing well. She says, you think you better? And that's when she started acting real crazier. I remember we were driving down the street before I left to come here. And we had a little conversation. She didn't want to help me break. She lived an hour away, and I got rid of not an hour away, but like 3 minutes away, I'm sorry. And if she wanted to snoop on me, she got all the energy and time for that. But if I want to go to the gym and do something to make myself feel good, she's not about that. She's gonna, So anyway, I guess my father couldn't help me that day. And it was raining or whatever have you before I went to the gym. And so anyway, she had to pick me up from the gym and then bring me back to my place, my apartment, before I left here because I had just sold my car. I miss my Porsche. Anyway, she got mad at me for getting ready to leave. So we got into an argument and whatever. I was like, yo, just stop the car and I'll get out. I'll walk the rest of the way. She started driving a little faster, and then I get ready to open up the door because I was like, this bitch is crazy. She's gonna try to kill me right before I leave. She stops on the brakes as I got ready to get out the door. And man, my whole everything just went folded into the windshield. That's when I knew my mother was psycho. That's when I knew that bitch was crazy. She's been trying to kill me she's trying to kill me. She's trying to hurt me. Like literally hurt me. Look at me, I'm fucking handsome. I don't bother nobody. But something about me has always made her so mad where she wanted to destroy me, and she did it. She did it. Don't ask me why I don't want no goddamn black woman, because a lot of y'all trauma. When I got the light-skinned girls or whatever have you in my life, I'm doing way better. But when you deal with these these hood boogers, you're not gonna go far, because if they don't want you to, they're gonna do everything in their power to destroy you. And you see how it is when you fucking around and you have one of them as a baby mom. I knew better. I wasn't gonna get set up like that. Because imagine if I had a kid. If I had a kid right now, man, shit, I had to deal with it. But I watched my father go through hell all my life. I refuse. Until I get to where I want to be and established, I will do semen retention. Not retention, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't putting my shit up in nobody. If I don't have the true intentions with you, I'm not, listen, I know the gym is like a hookup place, but I don't give a fuck in the gym. When I'm working out, I'm working out. I can see all the fake booties. I can see all the real, I can see whatever outside. I can get them outside just as well as I can get them in the gym. So it's not something I'm really worried about. I'm worried about getting myself right so that the world sees the potential that you see. They can't deny it. I got something that I'm really working on. I'm cooking, I'm percolating on. And I'm not letting nothing stop me this time. And if it does, I'm gonna knock this shit out. I'm gonna knock it out. I'm telling you, I'm gonna choke this. Get in the way this time. Get in the way this time. Do yourself a favor and stay the fuck out my way. Hey, but I love you guys. That is why athletes do not like to deal with darker or women of color at a certain point, because they will destroy you if they are scorned. And we are already scorned, and we are already going through a lot. And I'm learning as I go. And the last thing I need is somebody to be like, where you been? And want to go out with their girls and act all wild and try to have me on child support for $20,000 a month. Get the fuck out of here. When you see a white girl do that? You don't see that in the news. So what they're doing is they advertising to get rid of the black women. And you guys are doing a great job of fucking that shit up. So I've been saying it for years. Stay your asses in the house and shut the fuck up. Stop fucking over sitting here feeling like you need to be like Meg Thee Stallion and all them hoes. Cause you clearly hoes. It's all getting exposed now. So, like I said, hip hop has ruined my life, and I love it as much as I don't. But rap, hip hop, the whole New York lifestyle fucked up my life. So I will not embrace that type of, I see it because it's a part of my life. It's a part of something that, it's a part of your skin. It's part of your hue. You listen to this stuff and you have that aggression, or you have, because of the stuff you listen to. And I always thought that was just because I was aggressive. No. It's because of the music you listen to, the trauma you go through, the trauma that's been put on you, thrown on you for just being conceived by these shitty ass people. That's what happens. It's not that I'm a bad person. I just was in a bad location and I had to become something very bulletproof to get through it. So what you see here is an unfiltered version of just a hurt person who doesn't take pain for what it's really worth. I don't see it the same way everybody else. Just like my back, that's a symbol. It's a symbolic thing. The pain that I was feeling on my life from my body and from my experiences and everything, and I still look like I'm 20 something. That means God knew that I was special. He knew that I was gonna go through this, and He knew. But you can't help demons from being demons, right? Demons just gonna be demons. So I just want to put that out there. I understand exactly why athletes go to the lighter colored people when they want to become successful or have made money and leave the hood behind, because I'm not going back there. Sorry. Every friend that I ever had that made some money and brought it to the hood, they ended up dead because of the hood, or in jail because of the hood, or set up by a girl, or so I'm good. Stay away from ignorant people. Positive, just be around positive people. That's why you stretch, you do yoga, you do meditation, you run on the field, you do these things. That's why they don't have basketball hoops everywhere anymore, because it's a hood fucking talent. It's a hood thing. And now that they got the white kids into it, now they're gonna start, being more, supportive with basketball, because they understand that they can thrive with you. They can achieve the things that you have been killing them in for years. I get the whole game now. I'm just glad y'all didn't get me completely. But man, I got a little fat lately. I've been eating candy a lot. I went and got a whole big old, the 60-piece Airheads. 2 of them gone in 3 days. I'm a beast when it comes to candy. But anyway, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. I just wanted to let you guys know what my opinions. These are just my opinions. I know I'm right, but you can argue them later.